good, Commanders fans? This one will probably be a quick preview. I always say it every time, and it ends up being like 15 to 20 minutes. But this one, there's really not much to go over here. Now, I'm not going to say keys to victory, of course. I'm just going to say keys to development here for some guys. There's so many guys that are going to be out. It's not even development. It's really just kind of just keys to getting through the last 2 games of the season and just getting through this game, getting the best draft pick available. If Jacoby even plays, seeing what you got and what this offense can do, I think this is a big evaluation game for Eric Bieniemy. If Jacoby Brissett plays, because when Jacoby has come in, the offense has looked more sharp. It's looked like a functional offense when Jacoby has come in the game. And this actually could, I'm not going to say EB would get a job anywhere else, a head coaching job. But let's say some way, somehow, I'm not going to say upset the Niners, but if Jacoby had a good game, let's say he throws 2 touchdowns, he throws for 300 yards, and they only lose by like 8 or 7 or 6 or something like that. They take him down to the wire. It's a 1-possession game, and they're moving the ball. They're running the ball well. There's balance. They're converting on 3rd downs. They're moving the ball down. If Terry McLaurin has a good game, like, this could bode well for Eric Bieniemy. Like, it really could. I think people are kind of sleeping on the Eric Bieniemy aspect here, and that's kind of the angle I'm looking at. No, but some people don't care. And I think Eric Bieniemy certainly has been underwhelming this season so far. But at the same time, like, when Jacoby's getting the ball out quick, like, the second half, Eric Bieniemy's offenses look like a functional offense. It looks like this is the offense that I was hoping to see from Eric Bieniemy when Jacoby Brissett comes in the game. Now, Sam Howell, he had some good games. I'm not going to act like Sam didn't have good games. He had some good games. He did. The Eagles game, both Eagles games, the Patriots game, he was good. The second half of the Broncos game, he was good. The Seahawks game, he was good. Sam had some good games, man. So I don't want to act like Sam was just awful the whole way through. Sam had good games. But Eric Bieniemy's play calling with the running game, and the running game looked good with Chris Rodriguez. So I'm just like, why does it look good like this when Jacoby's in the game? And I know there's the elements of being from behind down by 20 in both games. Or is the defense calling the dogs off? They're playing prevent, or they're playing assault coverage, et cetera, et cetera. You can say that and be like, oh, the defense is kind of cooling their jets. So it's like, I don't want to use that excuse against Bieniemy, but it's something to think about. So this will be the first time, if Jacoby plays, because of the hamstring. He tweaked his hamstring today in practice, so he's questionable. So we may have to see Sam again. And if we see Sam, I really hope he gets the ball out quick. He's not holding onto the football. He's not seeing ghosts. He's not playing like Patrick Ramsey, just run out of the pocket so quickly when he hears footsteps. And he's going to hear footsteps with Nick Bosa and Chase Young coming back and Fred Warner and their defense. Like, he's going to hear footsteps. They're going to get pressure on him for sure. They are going to get to him early, quick, and often. Who else is? Tyler Larson's out. Lano's out. Like, so many guys are just out, just being out, you know. So, yeah, Randy Gregory's going to get a sack. Bosa's going to get a sack. That's what Chase Young probably will get. He's probably going to get a sack, too. So many guys are going to come in and get a sack. It might, if Howell plays, and he's actually cut down on the sacks. Like, if you look at the numbers, his sack number, maybe because he got benched, but he only got sacked once against the Rams. He only got sacked once against the Jets. Like, his sack totals have gone down. His play overall has just been just really awful. And his interception number has gone up. Sorry, I'm under the weather, but that's just what I'm really looking at, guys. Like I said, no keys to victory or nothing like that, but that's something I'm really keeping my eye on. Like, really, Eric Bieniemy and anybody on this roster right now, not really evaluating them much. Manuel Forbes, I hope he plays, but let's get to the injury list here too, and then I'll get more into kind of like what I'm really keeping an eye on, like the offensive line. Like, none of these guys should be back. There's a lot of guys playing that's just like, yeah, they shouldn't be on the roster next year. Just keeping them real, keeping 100. Percy Butler, he did not participate. Let me go to the actual one where it says guys that are out. Kendall Fuller's out. He's not playing. Ben St. Juice is not playing. Percy Butler's not playing. Tyler Larson's not playing. Charles Lano's not playing. Andrew Wiley is questionable. Who cares if he plays or not? Jacoby Brissett is questionable too with a hamstring injury. So that is interesting, man. Like, he literally Ron just named Jacoby's the starter, and Jacoby tweaks his hamstring. And I actually wanted to see this offense with Jacoby because Terry McLaurin has been getting the ball down the field now with a better quarterback, which is Jacoby getting the ball out quick and throwing the ball down the field and giving Terry those contested chances, those 50-50 chances. Like, that's something Sam just was not doing this whole season. Like, he was not giving Terry those opportunities. For Terry to be great and reach his full skill set and how good he is, You got to give him those 50-50 chances. You cannot be scared to throw the ball down to him. You just can't. You can't do that. And Jacoby came in and did that immediately when he came in against the Rams. So that's a big. And Jahan Dotson, like him not getting targets, it's like I'm blaming EB, but now it opens up the door for the question mark to be like, is it Sam just not seeing Jahan? Is it Sam just not seeing Terry? Like, is he just comfortable getting the ball to Curtis Samuel? Like, is that on Sam or is that on EB? Like, is that by design? Like, what's really going on? And Jacoby coming in and playing well is just like maybe some of the problem more was just on Sam. And like I said, Sam is a young quarterback, so he's going to make mistakes. Still like him. I think he should be a backup on the team next year, but you definitely have to draft a quarterback. It's just no question anymore. You have to draft a quarterback. The top 3 pick for sure. All right, injury report here real quick. Trent Williams, that's a big name on there. Of course, a former Skin. He was on the list with a groin injury. He was limited. He may not play. We'll see. If he doesn't play, it doesn't really matter because we don't really get a pass rush like that anyway. Eric Armstead did not participate in practice. Aaron Banks did not participate. Ross Dwelly, the tight end, did not participate. Jawan Jennings, Jordan Mason did not participate. Christian McCaffrey did not participate with veteran rest. He's going to play. Jalen Moore did not participate. Javon Hargrave was limited. Deebo Samuel was limited with a neck injury. He's probably going to play. Running back Elijah Mitchell was a full participant. Brock Purdy, he was playing pretty. He played really awful against the Ravens, where he threw 4 picks. Overall, he's had a good season, but his job is very simple, man. Like, you got to keep it real. Like, if you just have to throw a screen pass to Christian McCaffrey and throw a screen pass to Deebo Samuel, like, he's making some downfield throws, of course. Not going to take anything away from him, but there's just so much talent around him. Like, Jimmy G looked good in the offense. Brock Purdy looked good. Sam Darnold, he could probably function. He'd probably be functional in that offense too. So, but I don't want to take anything from Brock Purdy. I don't want to take anything because this is a get right game for Brock Purdy. This will probably be the game where Brock Purdy goes from throwing 4 picks to throwing 4 touchdowns and no picks. It could certainly go that way. All right, so I want to give my Prize Picks to you guys. Now, my original Prize Picks was involving Terry McLaurin, but analysis, I don't know who the quarterback is. It's hard to do that because if it's Sam, then I don't trust Terry McLaurin getting over on his 51.5 receiving yards. I'm just going to stick with Christian McCaffrey. This is on Prize Picks over 87.5 rushing yards. You look at the Commanders, the last couple of games, we gave a big yardage to Breece Hall. We gave a big yardage to Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams had over 100 rushing yards. Saquon Barkley had a good day against us too. Just looking at some of the game log, Mostert didn't do much against us, but if you look at all the other running backs, they've had really, really good days. Just look at some of the stats and some of the numbers. Running backs that go up against us, they've been having some big games as of late. It wasn't like that early in the season. How much did Tony Pollard have? We lost 45. Tony Pollard had 79 rushing yards, and he hasn't been running well this year. Breece Hall had 95. Kyron Williams had 152. So Christian McCaffrey, like 87.5 is a really low line for Christian McCaffrey, in my opinion. He could easily get 100 yards. So I would smash the over. Saquon Barkley had 83 rushing yards. So I would easily smash the over on Seahawks. Let me see how much Kenneth Walker had 69. Kenneth Walker had 69. So didn't have much. But then you look at Ramondre Stevenson. He had 87 and pushed. But just looking at the running backs going up against the Commanders the last couple of games, I would definitely take the over on Christian McCaffrey getting 87.5. I would even think about going over 100. They might have that prop on Prize Picks too with the demon emoji where it's the demon emoji, and it has him 1.5 rushing and receiving touchdown. So I would definitely have him going over a touchdown. He's definitely going to get a touchdown, and I would definitely have him going 87.5 rushing yards. Now, Terry, I have 51.5. The Niners, they do give up passing yards. They're 16th in passing yards allowed. Zay Flowers got a touchdown last week. Isaiah Likely had a good game. They gave up 100 yards to Jordan Addison. They gave up 100 yards to Amari Cooper a long time ago this year, but they gave up 100 to Amari Cooper. They've had to give up 100 to Tyler Lockett. They've had some games where they've given up big receiving yards this season. For sure. So I think if A.J. Brown, they gave him 114, 96 to Devontae Smith. So my point is that you look at the trend here, and if Jacoby plays, I think Terry will get over 51.5 receiving yards. So using my promo code RealEdOliver, up to 100% deposit match, using my promo code RealEdOliver, use the description down and below. First time users get up to $100, $100 deposit match using the link down below in the description. We've been hitting almost every week. We've been hitting on the picks. Sam Howell last week, 3 interceptions. We hit on that. And then Terry McLaurin over receiving yards 48.5. We hit on that last week too. So we cashed on that with a Kevin Durant Christmas Day discount as well. So, and then shout out to OZJam. I use OZJam to help me out on my picks. It's basically a line shopper. It helps you make your picks and find the best books for the best odds and for the best payouts. So you look at the discrepancy on rushing yards for Christian McCaffrey, like on on Bet Rivers, over 86.5 points bet. And Underdog is over 86. Fliff is 86 minus 125. DraftKings minus 115. And then on FanDuel is 88.5. So you get the best bang for your buck really on ESPN bet, which is 85.5 minus 120. So if you want to just do a straight bet for Christian McCaffrey for rushing yards, the best site to use really is ESPN bet for 85.5. You get minus 120 for his rushing yards. PrizePicks has 87.5 and like minus 119. So if you really want the best bang for your buck, do 85.5 on ESPN bet. But I think he's going to hit the over on that as well. So OZJam is a line shopper. It helps you pick the best picks and the best lines and odds for you. You get a 7-day free trial using my promo code EDOliver, 35% off for the first month of using OZJam as well. And then I'm going to show you some stuff for Terry McLaurin too. For his receiving yards, over 51.5 on ESPN bet. That's the best line again on ESPN bet minus 120. So PrizePicks has him at 51.5 as well. Every other site has him like 53.5, 52.5 receiving yards. All right, so defensively, Emmanuel Forbes, I want to see how he does against Debo, Ayuk, all the receivers out there. That's something to look at because we just don't have a lot of guys that are going to be available. But the biggest thing for me, of course, excuse me, really is just the offense and how Eric Bieniemy calls plays, how Jacoby does, how Sam Howell does. Though either one of those guys, I just want to see how those guys do. I'm just evaluating and seeing that. Other than that, other guys on the team, the whole linebacking core needs an overhaul. How does Cam Curl do? Can he force a turnover? Excuse me, probably not. But got to catch interceptions. Can we get a pass rush? Probably not. Manufacture with KJ Henry, KC Hill, guys like that. Jerome Payne, John Allen, they got to step up as well. How does the Chase Young homecoming look? How did the fans receive him? How does his teammates receive him? Do they dap him up? Do they talk to him? Stuff like that. How's the energy? How's the vibes? Ron Rivera, does he go over and shake his hand, talk to him? Stuff like that. Those are some of the things that we'll be looking at during the game. But honestly, this is about the draft and getting the best draft capital possible. So, but I want to see how Jared Patterson, if he plays. I want to see how Derek Gore runs the football. We got second and third string guys in there, practice squad guys in there right now. So this could get ugly. It could get ugly. I could see 31-10, Jacoby or Sam. I think if Jacoby plays, it will be 31-23. It will be an admirable, tough loss where it's like 31-16. Then we score a touchdown. We try to do an onside kick. We lose like that. I can see something like that where Terry has a good game. And we do move the football, but I think Christian McCaffrey's going to go crazy. Kittle's going to have a good game. Debo's going to have a game. Brandon Ayuk is going to have a good game. So these are the last two games in the Ron Rivera era, and I'm happy. I can't wait. So it's going to be unfortunate. I think a lot of Niners fans are going to be in the house. They're going to take over the stadium as well. But like I said, I didn't want to keep you guys too long as well. And then I already talked about Caleb Williams yesterday about them having interest in him and whatnot, but I may make a separate video about that, talking about that, honestly. But those are the only things I'm looking at, guys. You know, I hate to sound down about this. But I hope everybody has a good new year. I'm thanking everybody for watching my channel for the year 2023. We had a lot of fun, even though the games were awful, losing a bunch of games. We had a lot of up and downs this year for sure. But always thank you guys, conversing with you guys and talking with you guys in the comments, having fun and stuff like that. It was a good year talking with you guys, meeting Commanders fans at the draft party, going to the games with my guy Brandon, seeing some of you guys there. I had a good time meeting a lot of people there and some subscribers and stuff like that. So I enjoy it. I enjoy it every year. So I hope next year is better. So I'm going to see you guys actually again before the year's over. So I guess I'll give you my spiel of the end of the year on Sunday. But I just want to wish everybody a happy new year and all that. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Hells Commanders, they will lose 31-23 if Jacoby plays. If Sam plays, 31-10. Hells Commanders, peace.